Episode 4 of Hawkeye has landed, and the series is proving yet again that it can bring the drama and the fun on a much smaller scale than big-budget MCU properties. The show is doing a fantastic job of building the relationship between Clint and Kate, who had some very high highs and very low lows this week. This week's installment was all about Clint and Kate's partnership, which the former eventually seems to surrender to after 3 episodes of hesitation. Kate has been pushing for their team status from the get-go, and things were finally starting to go her way, until the ending, that is. The episode picks up with Eleanor and Jack catching Clint and Kate in the penthouse, and the foursome sits down and has a rather awkward chat. After admitting that he's working with Kate, Clint leaves and is warned by Eleanor to take it easy with her daughter, since tragedy seems to follow him. After he leaves, she calls someone on the phone and leaves a message saying she needs to talk about something urgent. Who is she talking to? Our guess is Kingpin, who did not show up in this episode despite many rumors suggesting he'd make an appearance in a post-credit scene. Eleanor's phone call is just another tease at the looming threat in Hawkeye after 3 episodes worth of red herrings. The mention of Uncle in episode 3 got the Kingpin buzz going, especially after we saw a mystery man pinch young Echo's cheek. The mystery phone call is not to Jack since he was in the penthouse at the time, and Echo and Kazi are both unlikely candidates. This phone call was probably for someone we haven't seen yet in the show, and all signs are pointing to Kingpin, aka Wilson Fisk, who we are all impatiently waiting to see in his broad-shouldered glory. After he leaves Kate's penthouse, Clint makes a phone call to the most understanding woman in the world to tell her he's going to need another day. Laura is as sympathetic to the cause as she's always been, but something different about the couple's conversation is worth a second look. She's already been doing some detective work for Clint after he texted her some info on Sloan Limited, after recovering his Ronin sword, and Laura seems to have some skills we've never been privy to. Laura lets Clint know that Jack is the CEO of Sloan Limited, and it only took her mere minutes to come up with this information. How is she researching and getting answers so quickly? Has she just picked up research skills from her husband over the years? Probably not, and here's why. Swapping English for German to confuse her kids, Laura asks Clint if anything else went missing from the Avengers compound. He immediately knows she's talking about the Rolex, which we saw at the auction in episode 1, and says he thought it was destroyed years ago. Laura agrees, but then says she felt the same way about the Ronin suit. Clint decides to look into it, and we get the sense that this Rolex is connected to Laura somehow. She seems very concerned that it could be in the wrong hands, and the episode turns to a recovery mission of the stolen watch. Signs suggest that Laura might have a secret history, especially after Clint tells Kate the person connected to the watch has been, quote, out of the game for a long time. Was Laura a former S.H.I.E.L.D. agent? Is that how she met Clint? Some fans on Twitter are suggesting Laura is Mockingbird, Hawkeye's ex-wife but current girlfriend from the comics. It's a lot to unpack, but hopefully we'll get more on that in future episodes. When Clint and Kate's mission turns toward the Rolex, they track it to a mysterious apartment. Kate gets herself inside and finds the watch reasonably quickly, but it's also sitting next to a notebook with the names and ages of Clint's family on it. In the middle of the recovery, Clint deduces that Kate is in Echo's apartment after realizing the mysterious strobe lights are a silent alarm. Kate is then surprised by Echo, and the two begin to fight in the apartment while Clint is on the nearby rooftop also being attacked by someone he thinks is Echo. The foursome all end up together on the rooftop and a well-choreographed group fight ensues. Clint's assailant is fully masked and remains a mystery to him and us until the end. We get the sense he has an idea of who he's fighting based on their attack style and weapons used, and the big reveal happens just before the episode ends. Yelena Belova, last seen in Black Widow, has made her way to New York and seems hell-bent on taking out Clint as vengeance for the death of Natasha. After her mask is off, she escapes by launching herself off the building and is gone into the night. It's here that there is a rift in the relationship between Kate and Clint as he declares they are not partners and never were. Clint informs Kate that someone has hired a Black Widow assassin and he's going solo.
She's gotten very real, very quickly.
The appearance of a Black Widow has brought out the grief in him yet again, and this debacle is now so much more than squashing the Ronin identity. However, he does not appear to know that this is Yelena. Did Nat even tell him about her adoptive sister? There are so many unanswered questions, but hopefully we'll get some clarity in episode 5. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Looper videos about Hawkeye are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.